Hello again. Now I'm home, and I arrive, and comes something in my mind is about signals and symbol, and I think this is a good opportunity to help who have interest in this theme to understand the difference between signal and symbols. I will start to explain what is a symbol. Signal. Signal is something have a means, but it is a specific means for one person or represent a unique thing. It's a little bit like the German's word when you put together two words and it means on one thing. In this case, for you understood the signal thing, if you read the name from someone, you know this name belong for this person, and maybe make you remember this person. But it is a signal. When you see this, if you can read, you understood this is for this person. If you read this in another language, for example, different for Latin and Greek for us, or for example, hieroglyphs or Japanese or some characters like this, or Arabic language, you really not understood so well. Then will make sense only for who understood. Of course, in the symbolic way, you can say this signal, the name, will bring the image for a person, right? But as we know, how people give the names for your pets as the name from the persons. Then is a relative. Then basically the signal work in this way. For example, for you understood better, think in the zodiac signals and symbols. Symbols because today you have a clear image, but when you look the zodiac only for the signal, what you see today you have images, clear images, but before you don't have this clear images. You have a constellation. Then means represent a constellation, have a use for invocations, or do something in this period when the constellation stay present. And this is the way we see the signal. But when you see the symbol, is a little bit different. And why I say this? For example, when you see the symbol for a ball or from the Sagittarius signal, you not only because you see the ball, you not think immediately in the Sagittarius. Or in another case, if you see two fishes, of course you remember Genius, and you understood what this means. Remember you to remember the signal. But if you see only two lines in the horizontal, it is not a means for you the Genius signal or something like that. Only for you understand this small difference. But when we talk about symbol, this transmit idea and this work as a programmation, because when you understand clear the symbol, what the symbol means, what the symbols want to transmit, you easily associate every time when you see a partial image for the symbol. And this is like a programmation. And this work is in the same way for you understand a little bit more the difference in the signal when you see, for example, for the Sigmund Freud, the abstract images that try to understand what kind of the things have in your mind, because they submit for your mind, and you show something abstract, and the person, if you have things, thoughts in your mind, if you are try to solve some issues in your life, or if you have some desires, you will see in this abstract image things represent for you. But when you are in different modes or in different states, happy or unhappy, you see different things. Then the abstract image can bring for you some answers. This is the reason Freud used this to try to figure out the what happened with the people, try to identify the people for this perception. But the truth is, this perception is not fixed perceptions. Yes, today you can be happy, tomorrow you can be unhappy. You have another things that you have in your mind, and every time when you look for this abstraction, you see different things. And this I try to say here. But the symbol is a little bit different. The symbol, every time you will see the same, you will understand the idea, and this will bring for you everything. For example, in the Freemasons, when we use the square, or use the compass, or we use the another instruments that is a symbolic instruments for us. For example, the mosaic in the floor, the eye, the triangle, all this is a representative for us, and all this stay every day in our life. And if you get, for example, for you understand a little bit better too, why the marks, when you have a name can be a signal, but why the market use the symbol, the publicist use the associated name with some symbol? Because the name can be a symbol, name only be a signal. And the marks associate the name with some symbol to be easy for you remember. If you use only the colors, or if you use another kind of things you have in the symbol, will make you think in the mark. This is the way to program you to consume, to remember the mark in your day by day. But exactly this, the symbol represents the idea. And why I solve to make this video now is for you understand when you work with the symbols, when you the magic symbols or the magic signals, have one thing here is very important, because the spiritual beings is not like God, is not omnipresent and everywhere. And these invocations, when you do the invocation and you ask the name, when you ask to do some signal for you, the spirit will write the signal for you. But this is the challenge. Why a lot of people do some invocations, use some signals, and this doesn't works in this case, because these signals represent for a specific spirit, and the spirit was invoked in some place, and maybe not in the same place that you are. And if you receive some answer when they use this kind of signals, maybe yes, maybe you can receive this answer. But why? Because, for example, if you stay in the forest, have different spirits there, with different levels, right? And this is the language, the signals that you see in the books for the magic is an angelical language. And of course, what will conduct when these spirits see some representation that for him makes sense, he can read, then he will try to figure out what you want, and he will start to interact with you. But this not means you make an invocation now with some signals. This not means you really will present for you the same spirit. And this is the one remark here. Then be careful when you do your invocations, use the signals, because depend of your mode, your state of your spirit, maybe you can bring for you something that you don't want. Thank you.